It's all yours. Thanks.
Perfect. I'm okay to share my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, and everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so welcome everybody. As Ryan mentioned, I'm Brandon Long. I am the Market Center Tech Trainer for Level 5 Leadership. In addition to that, I have also been an agent with L5L for about 5 years now. So you'd be surprised how quickly the time has passed.
Wait a minute. Don't just say an agent. What else did you do there?
So
you're not exactly, you weren't just kind of on your own selling 2 or 3 units a year, were you?
No. So I have done a little bit of everything in this role. I've worked as a launch coach for a little bit. I was a team leader for an expansion team. Also currently in our most recent awards, I won an award.
Don't gloss over that. What expansion team were you with?
Oh, the Lucido Global team out of the Miami Lakes office.
It's not a tiny team. That's a pretty big team.
No, at the time they were the #1 expansion team in Keller Williams.
That's what we're looking for, but hey, you deserve to get credit for that.
Sorry, I'm not a bragger. So definitely. So I have done a little bit of everything. So I don't know if those of you were listening earlier when me and Ryan were talking before this call. I'm going to skip to the meat and potatoes of designs and tell you what the key to operating at designs is. So make sure you turn your volume all the way up. Make sure you're listening closely. The key to being successful in designs is patience. You need patience. This is not one of the applets you get into when you're in a hurry. This is not one of the ones you do on your phone. This is not one of the ones you do when you're watching your kids. If you want to be successful in designs, as Gary Keller has taught us and the MREA, this is one of your forms of lead generating. That is a marketing-based lead generation tool. So to operate in designs, it is not prospecting based. You're gonna.
Hey, Brandon, we have a really good question that just popped up.
Yes.
Along with where you're at. Gladys saying when she opens up her design, she doesn't have the same option of templates you have. Why is that?
Okay. So if this is your first time in designs, you will not have the same templates that I have. Some of these templates have already been preloaded. Some of these templates I've already added. Some of these templates actually came in through a smart plan. So we'll segue for a second. I know we had the smart plans piece earlier, and our regional tech director, Ryan Yarborough, actually went on there and created a 36 touch to replace the one that we previously had with Market Leader. So these campaigns that you see on here are part of that new 36 touch that is in there for you agents. So if you have not seen this yet, please reach out to your MCTT. If I'm your MCTT, you can reach out to me. I will get back to you after this Zoom, so don't fret. And I'll make sure that you all have those, and we'll make sure that you have those and are able to apply these. Okay, so let's jump right into designs. So when you come into your agent.kw.com and you hit this red and white KW up here, you see where designs is. You'll click on that and it'll take you to this screen. Okay, you're gonna hit this plus, and then you'll have the option to create an email design, social, a print, a video, or import a PDF. For right now, I'm just gonna click social and move on to next. So now, technically, when you operate in designs, you're operating on another site called WeBrand. It is a site that we partner with. I don't believe we own it, but Ryan can correct me on that.
No, we don't own it. It's a partnership.
Oh, perfect. So we partner with this site, and they allow us to come in here and create some of our designs. So you'll first see over here on the left-hand side, well, I'm sorry, at the top, you have that red and white KW again. You'll see that this tab says that we're under templates. Then you have the My Design section, and then also brand assets. So we're going to start off working in My Designs. So again, if you see anything pop up, it doesn't quite look like yours, remember, I come in here and I practice daily. So we can definitely get in here, get you some of these templates, get you some of these docs. So just bear with us, put it in the chat, and I'm glad, I'm sure that someone will get in touch with you and let you know where to find them. So if this is your first time in designs, you have the option to create a document from scratch or start from a blank. You can import a PDF as we talked about earlier. So for example, I built my business on door knocking. My very first door knocking flyer, I paid somebody to create. I can now create my own door knocking flyers, but I really like that flyer. So what I did was uploaded it right here. The AI in Command now registers it as a PDF. So I can come in here and edit that exact same PDF that I paid somebody for when I first got into the business 5 years ago. So just a little bit of info there. You can also come on here and use a template. The templates are what you see below. So we have a bunch of different templates. This is not the template library, so this area is a little limited, but we'll get there in one moment. I also went on here and created folders. One of my ahas in creating all these different designs was that I didn't know what I had posted on my social media and what I had not posted. So you have an option over here that says new folder. So I just created a folder of files that I've already posted. I'll just open that up so you can take a look. And then also if I want to come back in there and see or maybe draw inspiration, I can do that as well. I have another folder for designs that I've listed or for listings, for buyers, trainings, calendar stuff. One big one here is brand recognition. So anything I have that has to do with myself as an agent, my listing presentation, my magazine, this isn't a Zoom background, but this is a Facebook background or Facebook cover. I also created my most recent business card on here. So you have the ability to get into your designs and do a lot of things. But essentially the point I wanted to draw for you is this is where you're going to come in and kind of see what you have going on in your workspace. So next, I want to talk a little bit about brand assets. So if you've ever seen this tab over here and not sure what it is, it's essentially an easy button that KW created for you. And what you're going to do with brand assets, once you click it, you see you have different filters over here. So you have colors and fonts, logos, smart text, images, elements, videos, and files. So right now, first, we're going to talk about colors and fonts. So you'll click that. You'll see your color palette up here. If you are someone who is, let's say, on a team and you have a set group of colors that you use all the time, you can come over here to new color palette and it'll give you a color wheel. So you can just come on here, find the colors that you're looking for, select them, add them. That is not a nice looking color. I like blue. So then we'll do blue, white, and red. Since 4th of July is, I guess, not too.
Hey, Brandon, what if I go to the color guide in the manual that KW gives us in marketing? What if I need to put the hex or the codes in? How do I get those specific colors in?
Oh, so on the color wheel, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to add another palette. You can come right in here and just type in the color and it'll give you the exact color that you're looking for.
What if it gives me like a whole bunch of numbers and maybe some letters or something like that?
That's a great question. I have not experienced that yet.
Yeah, keep going. You're just right where you're at.
Right here?
Go down to the bottom where that little caret is. There you go. Hex code.
There you go. So if you
there's different
continue
depending
to
upon
down,
what you're using, there's different formulas for it. So just depending upon who's asking you for it, you can put them in that way.
All right, perfect. So see, it's always something new to learn. So after you select your color wheel, you also have the option to come down here and put in custom fonts. These are just some free fonts I found on Google. Thought they looked nice. I'll be honest, I've never used them before. But for purposes of this class, definitely if you see any fonts or maybe have anything that you like, we have hundreds of free fonts. So not really something you should stress, but again, it's up to you, whatever you like, it's your business.
Why is that stuff important though?
Why are the fonts important?
Why is any of that stuff important?
I mean, in my opinion, as an agent, I think it's good to have some type of uniformity. You want to make sure that you're giving a consistent look to your business, that when you release some marketing or when you have maybe a listing coming out, that agents and also your sphere can identify you and your product.
So consistent brand. What, you got any examples of that?
I'm sorry?
You're talking about a consistent brand. Do you have any examples of that?
Like of my designs or just in general?
No, just in period. Why is that important in the real world? I mean, I'm creating a brand or a design. What is that brand? What does that matter?
I mean, essentially, your brand is your value proposition. It's who you are. I know I want to say, I don't know if it's just Miami or if it's like all of South Florida, but there are more realtors than there are homes for sale currently. So in a industry where, you never know when a client is going to come in, you never know what, questions or who you're going to bump into in Publix, you have to know what your unique value proposition is. And in branding, especially in designs, I mean, right now, people are going to look at your Facebook before they look at your LinkedIn. So you have to have something that distinguishes you from the competition. So, I mean, to me,
Yeah. Makes you recognizable though as well, right?
Absolutely.
Like you've got that logo behind you right there, the L5L. That you wanted that to become synonymous with real estate. You've got the KW logo. That's a brand right there.
Yeah.
It's what people are going to identify you with. There's also a Nike logo. I mean, you can see Michael Jordan logo. You kind of put that with Nike, but if you see it, it's him. Coke. Right. All those things are brands. And that's what you're essentially doing right here this is making it easy. This is the easy button for creating your brand. Get your colors in here, get your fonts in here, and use that stuff over and over and over to the point where the people see it and they think about you. Absolutely. Wasn't trying to still show. I just want to make sure that was driven home because that's like my favorite part right there. You can really get people. Perception is everything in there. So if they start seeing that logo over and over and over, they're going to start thinking of you.
Agreed. No, that's a great point. I mean, definitely make sure that your branding is on par with, you, and remember, you're always on the clock. All right, so more into logos. So when I click the logos tab, these are just some preset logos. If you don't have your DBA logos, you can either reach out to your office, or I'm sure your MCTTs can definitely get those for you. One tip is make sure the one that you have is a PNG. The PNG is just with a transparent background, so you can see the difference between this one I have here for Miami Lakes and this one I have over here for KW Legacy, which is our Weston office. One I uploaded as a PNG, one I did not. Okay, then you also have smart text. So when you're under brand assets, if you've ever come in here and started typing up some type of advertisement for just listed, just sold, or open house, and had to use the same information over and over and over, you're doing it wrong. You're working too hard. Come in here, create your brand assets. You'll go to new field, and it will allow you to create a field for your name, first, middle, last, city, state, postal code, email, your mobile, your website, your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can do a bio. You can do your slogan, your tagline. So again, as Ryan was talking about branding, this is stuff that you can do to save yourself so much time and take what may have been a 30-minute or 40-minute flyer for you to do. Now you've given yourself that time back, and now it only takes you 5 minutes to do or 6 minutes to do. So the idea is we set this up to give you an easy button and help you work smart, not hard. So I'll come over here to images. You can preset your images. I just have my headshot in here with a couple different backgrounds. So should I need a PNG, I have that. Should I need a background, I have one. If there were other members of my team, mortgage lender who I partner with, this is where I could come in and add their information as well. So here you have elements, videos, and files. Just for the purposes of time, I'm not going to get too into that, but you see where you can upload any stickers, objects, or shapes. You can also add any videos, files. Again, remember, this is your brand assets. So this is files, elements, or videos that you would be using continuously. Okay, so now we're through that, and I'm going to jump into templates. So and actually let me back out of here for a second. So one important thing when you log into Designs, so again, if this is your first time logging into Designs, you hit the red and white KW, It'll pop up the names. It should pop up the names. Let me just, so side note, you see I have this spinning wheel here. Again, technology is not perfect. Sometimes you got to come up here and hit this refresh button. Give it a second. Now I can operate in. So I'm going to click the red and white KW, come to designs, and now it gives me the option to create a design. So these are the templates we have. You can do an email template, social template for social media, a print template, or we can even do video. So right now, let's talk about email. Email campaigns are right in here. And like I said earlier, these are the ones that populated when I added the 36 touch smart plan. If I didn't want to use those, I could just come over here and hit this plus, select email, and go on to next. When I come into here, I have all of the KWRI templates. Those are right here. I also have my design templates. Those are ones that we spoke about earlier. They're in here. And if I wanted to create my own template, I could click right here, create new template. It'll give me the option to name it. Make sure you give it a name. And then from here, I can add text, image, radio buttons, legal footers, a listing block, event block, videos, or market snap. So again, it's a lot of opportunity to get in here and have some fun. Because I mean, that's truthfully what designs is. This is your fun stuff. This isn't the stuff that's going to necessarily make you money. This is just to enhance your prospecting. All right. So after we go from designs, now we're going to jump into social. So just like when I was under email, once I click social, you see now that these are some of the templates that I've already created. But I'm going to hit plus and come in here and move on. So once I click next, it takes me back to my workspace in WeBrand. And then now you'll notice on the left-hand side, I have these filters. So I go through KW app, I click that and the drop down appears. I have listings, I select that, another drop down appears. I can select buyers, same thing. Lead generation, business basics. Because I'm in leadership, I have the leadership tab, professional services. Those of you who are in luxury will have a luxury tab. And then we also have collections. So these are updated pretty often. Don't quote me, I don't know how often, but if you'd like to know, if I come down here, close this out, to collections, you'll see that we have a pivot shift ahead area. And this is usually where you can find some posts, in this case, that are not real estate related. So we all went through something last year. You may have heard of it, COVID-19, where our world changed entirely. It almost accelerated the need for digital and internet presences for just about every business. So one of our lovely people in our region, James Shaw, created the Pivot Shift Ahead group. And from that, these posts were created. So in here, you have some that talk about staycations like a pro, celebrating the small wins, just different support columns. And the idea is if you're running your Facebook page, and I'm talking about your personal page, not your business page, your clients don't want to see every single open house that you do and every single just listed and every single portion of you that is just business. They care about your family. They care about you and what you're doing. They care about the information that you're sharing. And if you just continue to spam them with, oh, look what I just sold. Oh, look what I just bought. And you never really have anything that is giving them value, they're eventually going to move on to someone that's giving them some type of value or something in return for their time. So we have to remember, more important than their money, their time is everything. So jumping back into here, so you see that even under new designs, there's a section where we have tax deduction home sellers need to know. All right, so tax season, or I think the tax deadline is still April 15th. If it is, this is something that you can post. You can go on and set it to post at that date so that it's relevant. They also have different spring holidays, Earth days. So as I said earlier, our team puts a lot of effort into making sure that these are updated frequently. From there, we can, so we're under social. So let me show you one thing I like to point out to the agents in our office. So certain filters. So how example, we went to email to create an email design. I'm sorry, to create a social post. Certain things are not going to be under each tab. So let's say you're looking for the magazine. If you come under here to social posts and you look under lead generation or business basics, because you heard now we have a magazine, you're not going to find it. It doesn't live under here. You have things to talk about your websites and your email signature and your social branding, but your magazine's not here. That's because it's not under this section. So again, remember the first where I told you about designs, you got to have a little bit of patience. So if you don't see something, just backtrack, hop on answers.kw, ask your MCTT. We're here to help. We're here to make sure that you're going about this the right way. So let's look at some things that are actually in our social section. So I click business basics, and then you see up here, it says social branding, and it gives me the option to see all, or I can filter by Twitter covers. I can filter by LinkedIn covers. I can filter by Facebook covers. And if you're wondering what a Facebook cover is, it's when you first go on to Facebook and they have that round picture of you and then the background is square. This is for you to post or to set as that photo. So let's say, all right, I like this one. I want to do something to it. So I'm going to click use. It's going to add, or I'm sorry, it's going to populate. Again, patience, give it a second. All right, once it comes up, say, all right, well, you know what? I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I think this flyer looks nice for the most part. So what I'm going to do is click the DBA logo. Once I do that, remember we talked about your brand assets earlier. It automatically brought up my brand assets and logos. Now, one pretty cool thing about this is if I just hover my mouse over this logo, it gives me this swap icon where I can just replace the logo. All I need to do is click that and it'll replace it in that same size in that same spot. I'm just going to align it a little bit and bam, I'm finished. It took no time. So this is why I say you need patience, because sometimes the tech works perfect. Sometimes it doesn't. But more often than not, we've worked out a lot of the bugs to where you shouldn't have a lot of those problems in designs anymore. So then I'm going to come over here and I can either hit done or I can download it. I'm going to select done. It's going to ask if I want to save any unsaved changes. Of course I do. And then that's that. Now I'm going to create a template in a second from you guys, or in a second with you all, but I want to first run through where to find the magazine and the videos. So I know I went through that section pretty quickly. So again, I got my little spinning wheel. I'm just going to hit refresh and that solves that problem. I didn't even need to call Ryan and ask for his help. So I hit the plus, come over here to print and select next. So now again, remember how last time, once it loaded, we had the filters on the left-hand side and we were looking at potential social posts. Now we're looking at potential print posts. So I'll come over here under brand basics, lead generation. And you'll see now, instead of that website option, now it says personally branded zine. Didn't know zine was a word, but you know, no judgment here. So I click personally branded zine, and then I'm going to come up here to use. Now, one very important thing about your magazine is not just a one-page doc. It's a multiple-page doc. It's going to be updated every quarter for you. So right now, we're still working on the magazine from the first quarter. Once the second one comes out, once the next one comes out, this will be updated. But you can come in here and you say, all right, I like this page. I hit the plus. Now it's going to add that page to it. So now I have a magazine with 2 of 2 pages. If I come down here and select pages, it'll let me see the 2 pages that I have. So let's say this first one, I don't really care for. It's just a blank page. Hit that drop down and delete. Now, if you're anything like me and you're just not the creative type, you just like to have nice things, you can come in here and just add everything. Now, Ryan, maybe you can help me with this. Is there a way for us to add all the pages at once? So yeah, so I won't sit you all through that, and I'll get an answer to that question for you. But the point is,
sorry, I thought my microphone was unmuted. As as a group of RTTs, we've all requested that be added in there because it's not in there currently.
All right, no problem. So that feature is soon to come. Go vote that up in KW Ideas. So basically what this just means is once you get the pages in you like, you can come in here, customize them. So I'll drop this down. I'll drop that down. I'm gonna come over here to images. I'm gonna use my assets. I don't wanna replace the photo. I just wanna add this image. And then I come over here, sit that handsome guy in the corner, make it a little smaller. I'm not Oprah, so they don't need my picture everywhere. And then voila, put in some information. And essentially, if I wanted to keep it simple, I could leave it like this. If I wanted to really come in here and apply myself, I could do a lot more, but because I'm running short on time, I'm just gonna show you that so you kind of get the gist.
I was make sure that tagline's in there.
Oh, home is where you belong, you know it. Yeah. So yes, so once that's done, again, you'll come over here, click save, and now you've essentially created your magazine. Again, if you have any questions, remember you can always schedule with me if you're in one of our offices. If not, schedule with your MCTT. We're all here to help you. Again, sometimes you just got to hit that refresh button. So, all right. So now I'm going to take you through creating a really quick, really easy post for a listing. So everyone on here, I'm sure, has already run Facebook ads and already had that experience. And if not, you'll learn how to do that soon. But if you want to step up your Facebook ads a little bit, you can always come into designs and come over here to listings, select just listed or any of these different filters. I use the social wide. And because I try to keep my branding consistent, as Ryan talked about earlier, I usually go with these flyers. So I'll click use. And then once this page loads up, I'll have my template. Again, this is a one-page template. So how I had the option for all those other pages in the magazine, you see that I don't have those now. So now our filters are images, text, icons, logos, and KWLS. So KWLS is our version of the of the MLS. This is what allows you to pull listings into designs. So I'm going to use one of my listings that is available. So if you have any buyers, send them this way.
Hey, Brandon, while you're typing that out, I just want to point out, this is the one thing that really sets designs apart from any other designing software for creating flyers is you can't just pull the information in from the KWLS or the MLS anywhere else. Here we can pull all that information in for you.
Absolutely. And it's a great feature because like you just saw, so in case I did that pretty quick, I came to KWLS, I put in the property address. If I did not have the property address, I could just select these filters and search by the MLS ID, the KWLS ID, the listing agent name, or search by the co-listing agent. I come over here and hit enter, and then it gives me an option of the properties. The one I'm looking for is this first one. I hit select, and ta-da. Now I have all the listing photos. In addition to the listing photos, I can click the tab for listing details, and it gives me all the information for the property as far as the listing status, the size, the square footage, the price, the bedrooms. I mean, everything you can need to know, or sorry, everything you would need to know is there. So again, I'm all about working smart, not hard. So I come over here and click just listed. Maybe you prefer just sold. Maybe you prefer active. Maybe you prefer residential. The point I'm trying to make is this is where you can come in here and get creative and have fun. So I'm going to come in here and change my DBA logo again. I'm going to put my office. and then come in here. So this is the default photo. Once I go to KWLS, I click back my listing photo. So one thing to remember, you have, when you're making stuff in designs, we are advertising to people we know and people we don't know. So I'll be honest with you, if I was a marketing whiz expert and had all the secrets and all the answers of what make marketing perfect, I'd be asking for a lot more money. But because I don't know, I just go based upon what I think looks nice. And remember, it's not just about you, it's about the client. So one thing about real estate we know is that people love to see photos. So I'm going to go through and look for the best photo of this listing. So if I want to advertise to maybe families across the world who are going through winter right now, I want this lovely photo here that shows no snow in the yard, has nice and sunny, big front yard, big space for the kids to play, and that works for me. So now I have this
photo. Vanity in the bathroom?
I'm sorry?
You're not doing the vanity in the bathroom?
Maybe not this one.
Well, there's no toilet showing, so I guess not.
Right. Yeah, please make sure, again, whatever photo you use, I mean, and even, some of the living room photos aren't that bad, but the idea is you want something that is going to get the person to click on your post. You want something that's going to get the person to say, man, I need that house. My family needs to be here. We're missing out. We need that. Create that FOMO with your clients. So again, I come in here. This is not Spruce Road, but it is 1050 Southwest 85th Ave. Now I'll come in here. So let's say this one is one big field. So if I want to change that, but it's too small, you have a typewriter feature up here. I just click that and I can come in here. It gives me this box. Makes life a lot easier for me. Okay, I think that built-in year is wrong, but I can always come over here and verify that. If it's an MLS, which probably isn't. But anyways, so you get the point. So I can come in here, change this as little or as much as I like. I prefer the red, but if you want to go blue because that fits your branding a little better, or black because it makes it look a little cleaner. Again, the world is your oyster. So feel free to come in here, have fun, play with these designs. Another big feature that we have is you can come in here and add any icons that you have. So you'll just click on here. We do have some stock ones. We have company ones. And then under text, you can add a title, a subtitle, body text. We have banners. So if you've ever used Canva before, these are very similar to like stickers. So let's say I wanted to use this one. All right. So that was just a delete. And if I deleted that by accident, all I would have to do is just hit the undo button up here or the redo button. So I'm going to take this sticker, put it over here in the corner. 10 ways to get new clients and grow your business. Yeah, that's wonderful, but I don't think I want my sticker to say that. So because I got the sticker and it's just that, a sticker, what you would need to do if you wanted to edit it is come up here to this, I guess it's a link that's broken or a paper clip that's blowing up, whatever you want to call it. But this is your exploding sticker logo. You click that, it'll ask you, this will undergo all elements of the banner. So yes, I want to change. So now I can come in here and now I have all the options I didn't have a second ago. So I can come in here and change the font. I can change the size. 10 ways to get new clients. Okay, so we wanted to say, just listed Great for families. All right, so that's saved. I don't want them to worry about finding new clients. So I'm gonna delete that. Maybe, no, okay. If it doesn't work, you can always come up here and hit remove, and then ta-da. This is where having your colors on your color palette come in handy, because now I can just go red, change my lettering to white. And I mean, essentially, that is that. So now from there, again, this is one of those things where if you want to continue to go in and make changes and move things around, have fun with it. But don't get caught up in the getting ready to get ready, because designs are fun and we enjoy doing it. But again, these are not your money-making activities. This is just to enhance your business a little bit, change some things around a little bit, spice things up some on social media. But overall, you want to make sure you're out there making the calls, out there knocking on doors, out there giving your clients some items of value. Ryan, I don't know, do I have enough time to show the video really quick?
Which video?
For the videos that come up in designs, like the neighborhood videos.
Yeah, go for it. You got 5 minutes.
So I'm gonna speed this up. So you know, when we come back over here from working on something, we gotta hit refresh today. That's just the way it goes. So that's what we're gonna do. So bam, I hit refresh. I'm coming over here to my plus. So this is a great example. I got 5 minutes to do this. It's only gonna take me 5 minutes. So I want to send something to somebody who I just met so they don't forget about me, because as Javier said earlier, it doesn't take people but 2 weeks to forget about you. So I'll come in here and I met somebody going to get coffee south of 5th today on the beach. For those of you who don't know South of 5th, it was not the place that was featured on the news this past week for spring break. So I'll hit next. And on here, it gives me the neighborhood information, South of 5th. Average price point is 2.265 million. This is going to populate automatically based on the information from KWLS. It says the market is on the rise. It gives me the average price per square foot, the current number of homes for sale, and average days on market. Now, sometimes this information isn't all correct. So it's on you as the neighborhood expert to make sure that you're getting in there and validating that this is correct. So some neighborhood features that it auto-populates. The agent information it pulls is going to be from your marketing profile. And then your market center information, your DBA logo. And then I hit next. The video starts to generate. It'll take about 10 seconds. And then after that, it's done. So now if I need to get a post in today really quickly, if my kids are driving me crazy and I forgot to put something on social media to advertise to my clients because I'm trying to stay relevant, this is something that you can do and it takes no time. You'd save it. And now you just come over here to your videos and then it's there. So essentially that's all I have for you. The only other thing I wanted to point out is when you do get in designs, I find it best practice to download these images to your computer and don't post directly to Facebook. So you do that by just coming over here, depending on the type of image or type of design you're working on. Just click JPEG, PNG, PDF, and then start download, and it should download right away. From there, I hope this information was helpful to you guys, and I guess we can open the floor up for questions now.